Teddy Feinberg, Brook Stockburger, Teddy and Brook show. Beautiful day outside. It was very cold here.
Very cold this morning. I decided to still go with the jacket a little bit. Usually I love the cold. Love to get out and bare arm it a little bit, but hey, I'm rocking the jacket today.
I had an issue with my car, actually, 2003 Corolla. When the temperature drops down to about 20 degrees, the lights turn on, the battery dies.
I've never heard of that before.
No one's ever heard
That's
of it.
That's very peculiar.
Haunted. I don't know why we're talking about my car. Just another episode of Teddy and Brook. Utah State at New Mexico State men's basketball Pan American Center Thursday evening. Big WAC game, long-standing rivalry, and Utah State's off to the Mountain West next year too. So there's a lot of subliminal messages.
Yeah, huge game. The Aggies versus the Aggies. Utah State's on a 13-game winning streak. They're 14-1. But have they really played very many people? They've had a soft schedule. They're a very talented team, no doubt about it. They've got 6'11", Jared Shaw, I think his name is, coming in. He's a big rebounder for them. But he's going to run up against some size in the paint with the Aggies.
It's a very winnable game for the Aggies. I mean, the Aggies have won 4 straight games. They beat Texas, San Antonio, Texas State, Seattle, Idaho. Like Brooks said, Utah State 14-1. They've played a weak schedule. They really haven't beaten anyone. I think the Aggies can win. The WAC just... it's so underwhelming. I mean, of course the Aggies can win this game. The WAC just gets worse every year.
Which helps the Aggies.
It's great. It's great for the Aggies.
They have another chance to go to the NCAA tournament.
They really do. I mean, of course they do. And then next year, obviously, once again, I mean, we go on and on and on about this. Again, very winnable game here. Then they host San Jose State. San Jose State's 3-2 in the WAC. I don't remember the last time that's ever happened. And then the University of Denver comes to town. They have a 5-1 WAC record. Yeah. They come next Wednesday. So there's a bunch of big games coming up here for NMSU at home. Aggies are playing better. They're going through Sim Bular and their 2 seniors, Bonjasi and Tyrone Watson, have been playing much better since WAC play started. I think that's been key. Yeah,
Sim Bular is averaging 13 points a game, pulling down some boards. The Aggies are out rebounding their opponents by nearly 7 rebounds a game. Right. Utah State's like up in the 8 range. So it's going to be see who can clean the glass better in the Pan Am Center. And I like the Aggies with their 7-5 guy.
Oh, they certainly can win the game. There's no doubt. Cruces High basketball, they won a big game against Faith Christian last night. Faith Christian beating El Paso team, ranked number 2 in El Paso. Maybe a little overrated in that respect. I don't know if they were that good, but that was a good basketball team. They had 4 or 5 very good players. Yeah. William Benjamin, former Aggie, leading the charge at Cruces High.
Yeah, the coach, he's been just wonderful. You got to check his tweets out if you know him. He's a great tweeter.
He's very active.
Yeah, he sure is. But yeah, and that's what they wanted to do. They wanted to make Faith Christian go into the bench. They felt that Faith Christian had a great starting lineup, but they could play them, and wear them down a little bit, and they did that. Cruces is coming on. I think they're 10-4.
Yeah, they've been winning a lot more games lately. They played well 2 weeks ago in the Rio Rancho tournament. Then they won at Clovis. They blew out El Paso Cathedral. They've been getting better as the year goes along. They lost a great player, Armando Marshall, but Joseph Garza, their point guard's leading the charge now. They have a deep team. They have a good team. Coach Benjamin's doing well over there. Clearly the best team in District 3-5A. District plays starting next week. It's right around the corner. NFL playoff predictions. Now we have Falcons. We have Niners and Falcons. Now, little known factor, that's an old NFC West rivalry.
Oh, sure is.
That was in the days of Bobby Hebert. But former NFC West rivalry there. And then Baltimore at New England. I think you got to give the advantage to San Fran, although it's in the Georgia Dome. Baltimore, New England's kind of a tough game to predict, I think.
Yeah, it's very interesting. There's a billboard up in Boston right now. Our good friend Lucas Pierman showed us that it's ticking down the days until days and hours and minutes until Ray Lewis's final game. So they're obviously feeling a little cocky up there in Beantown. It's a great rematch. I think it'll be a close game. I give it to the Pats at home, though. I just think the Pats have a little more going for them. Boston might be a little deflated after a huge emotional win last week.
I think on paper New England should win, but let's not forget about these simple facts. First of all, Baltimore played their last turn of playoff game and should have won. Derek Mason had a big drop pass. I believe it was Derek Mason. They also missed a late field goal that was key. Baltimore also wins at Denver. You're not going to find, you can't tell me it's harder to play in New England than Denver in January. No. Denver is a very hard place to win. Joe Flacco's playing really good football too. Joe Flacco's really throwing the ball well.
And he's playing for a contract. His contract's up this year. He wants elite money. I think he has to win the Super Bowl to get elite money. But plus, as a Steeler fan, I just want to see the Ravens lose.
Jets. Could see Flacco wearing a Jets uniform next year.
I don't know about that.
Folks, thanks for checking us out as always. I'm going to go New England, by the way. San Fran, New England Super Bowl, which I think would be a great game. It's hard to, again, Baltimore kind of feels like they're a team of destiny. Thanks for checking us out as always. Sun News Facebook, Sun News Twitter, at Teddy Feinberg, at B Stockburger. Later.